Good afternoon, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon, kings and queens of the land. Good afternoon, the royals. The royals. Today I'm actually talking to the royals, the ones who belong to the kingdom. Those are the ones that I'm talking to today. Today I'm talking politics, but very little deeper than the normal politics. Today, I'm talking about it. Good afternoon to the liberated zone of Faso under the leadership of President Traore. Good afternoon to Niger, the liberated zone in Niger under the leadership of Abdurrahman Tian, President Abdurrahman Tian of Niger. Good afternoon to the liberated zone of Mali under the leadership of President Asim Goita. And good afternoon to South Africa, KZN, the liberated zone in KZN under the leadership of the Umkhonto weSizwe Party, under the leadership of President Jacob Geleshlekisa Zuma. Good afternoon to all those who are on the path of political freedom. So today we are talking about freedom, but in a sense, in a way, talking about uh, what can free us from politics. We're talking about the most important, the most powerful kind of politics, uh, the ones, the kind of politics that are not normally spoken. Today, I want to talk about the food industry. How they are actually manipulating our lives and how we can free ourselves, how we can achieve individual freedoms by being aware of the food industry. By being aware of the food industry, we can free ourselves from politics. That is what I want to talk about. I want to share a video that talks about share a video that talks about what I'm actually basically the supreme pontiff of Hinduism, the supreme pontiff of Hinduism, the leader of Kailasa, spoke on the subject. Uh, he spoke on the subject of the food mafia, and he said a mouthful. Let me just share this video so that you can, those who have the ears to hear can free themselves. Hey,
Listen, food is the first idea, concept with which exploitation on you starts. It is through food society enslaves you. Now, literally, all the major cities are food deserts, means nothing to eat is available. Understand? They all have food like products, not food. Food like products, not food. When I grew up, I have never seen non-veg being sold so openly. In whole Thiruvannamalai, one non-veg hotel used to be there, and people used to treat that like a red light area. No one will go there. If somebody goes there, very secretly they will go on. There will not be any crowd and all around. Secret parcel, pack it and run away and sit outside, somewhere outside the city and eat. Now I am seeing everywhere. I think soon they will sell ganja and marijuana openly. Still, they have not put shop, but I don't think it's going to be long time. Because how long you can get owed by opening only alcohol shops? Now people are tired of alcohol. How much you drink? Nothing is happening. Because nowadays the kids by 10 they start drinking alcohol, and by 15 the alcohol is no more helping the system. System has become immune to alcohol. Now you need next dosage. What will happen? What will happen? Next dosage means ganja, marijuana, heroin, all the other drugs, that's all. How government gave a logic. Oh, if we don't legalize it, lot of illegal arak shops are coming, so let's legalize the alcohol. Same way tomorrow somebody is going to declare, if we don't legalize marijuana, ganja, heroin, so much of illegal black market is going on, let's legalize it. That's all. That's where you are heading. That's where you are going. Understand? The layers of addiction in food, things which completely destroys you, tamasic, like marijuana, heroin, ganja, all the other addictive items. See, ghost means which eats its own body parts. That's the definition Mahadeva gives for ghost. A person who is addicted to these illegal drugs are eating his own parts. Like you are eating your own intestine. You are eating your own liver. That's all. To be in the kick. Eating little every day. That is why you are not understanding. Otherwise it is eating. You are a ghost. Once you start getting addicted to the illegal drugs. Tamasic, utter tamasic. Then tamorajasic. The tamorajasic is this non-vegetarian. Understand? It is such a big anti-social. All of you need to know, largest carbon footprint release on the planet Earth is neither by automobiles nor by army industry. It is by non-veg dairies. Dairy industry.
The mafias, the food industry mafias, would tell us that the climate change is because of the carbon footprint. It's because of our electricity generation. It's because of our more cars, just for controlling people. But the actual fact, the supreme point of Hinduism, Nityananda Somaji talks about the subject of food, explaining this. This is the difference between political freedom and individual freedom. Political freedom may give freedom from may give access to resources, uh, and may give access to uh, money, and it may give access to land. But individual freedom gives access to free yourself from addictions, to free yourself from the food industry mafia, from the free food industry mafia, who are spreading the pesticides who are feeding us with the pesticides in our places. The food that we buy, dangerous food that we buy from the food mafia, that's what we're talking about. Very dangerous.
It is not by atomic weapons. It is not by automobile industries. It is not by anything else. It is by dairies and leather industry, means non-veg production industry. Understand? When a grain grows, directly you eat that is organic lifestyle. But you feed that to a life and grow muscles and do not care about that life and cut that into pieces and eat. What logic? Where are we heading? Human beings are allowed to own planet Earth, not possess. Not possess. Mark my words, if we don't shut down animal husbandries, dairy farms, which are functioning for meat, I don't see 2060. I don't see 2060. I'm not talking something 100 years after. If you are below 40, you need to think about your future. 40-ish. When I say below 40, 40-ish. You need to think about your future. If you are already above 90, above 70, then who cares? You yourself may not see 2060. Then what is there? Whether 2060 is there or not, who cares? But if you are 40-ish, below 40-ish, you need to think about your future. You are going to face the disaster. Understand, global warming is true, and it is because of non-veg industry. I am not saying this. Google, go to the internet. There is enough statistics. Gobrahmanebhyah subhamastu nityam. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Ko means animals, and Brahmana, who does not eat animals and protect them, both need to be happy and blissful. Only then future is going to be there for us. Fundamentally, it is food. You are exploited. Understand? It's not joke. %73% of the carbon footprint release. Animal industries. When I say animal industry, three major industry. Animals grown for meat, animals grown for leather, animals grown for other medicinal and cosmetic products. Understand? Animals grown for meat, food purposes. Animals grown for leather. Animals grown for medical and cosmetic purposes. This industry forms 73% of the carbon footprint responsible for global warming. That is what I call rajotamasic. Not worst like a alcohol, not worst like a marijuana, ganja, heroin, little better, but collectively kills everyone.
Almost half, almost all the adult population. If I talk about the adult population, I talk about people from the age of 45 going onwards, or from the, let's say from the age of 45. 45 is still a young age, but from the age of 45, there's a lot of people who can't live without pills. Then you become a slave because of the food we consume, because of the food mafia, because of the climate change mafia who lies about the truth about the climate change. The truth about the climate change is 73% of the food carbon footprint comes from the food, from the animal industry. It does not come from the coal. It does burning of the coal in generation of electricity. It does not come from the cars, as they are saying, or it does not comes from us human behavior. It comes from the food industry. So at the end of the day, the adult populations become drug addicts from this. They become, because they have to be on drugs from the age of 45, probably until they die. From the age of 45, you are on drugs. You are no more free. You have to work, and to work for the drug industry, because the body does not differentiate between illegal drugs and legal drugs. The body, whatever you take as a drug, the body does not know that this is an illegal drug. Normally, people, when they take, let's say, sugar diabetic drugs, when they can't have access to those drugs, they collapse, they faint. Some can even die because of the drugs. So, but people think they are dying from sugar diabetes, but most people die from the drug itself that they are using, the drugs that they are taking, because those drugs are very dangerous. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Sri Nityananda Paramashiva, sharing the knowledge.
Ganja, marijuana, heroin, all that. The person will not see even 2025. With animal husbandry industry, 2060. Then comes Rajasic. Rajasic is all plastic food. Understand? Tamasic, Rajotamasic, and Rajasic. Rajasic is plastic food. Plastic food means food grown out of altered seeds and grown with pesticides and fertilizers. If you see pesticide spraying, They will cover the whole body. It cannot touch your skin, but it can touch some food which you can eat. Adapavila. Something which should not touch your skin can touch your intestine. Aha. What a logic. And you need to know, all the countries which send fertilizers and pesticides to India, they do not buy our vegetables and products back. They send
The food, especially in South Africa, the GMO food, the pesticides which they are using on the food, it's all of those things. In South Africa, it's actually widespread. There's no more, like, you can't even find the normal grape now in any shop. You can't find the normal grape or the normal watermelon. It's not there. It's only GMO watermelons. Those ones that when you plant, you can't recover them. That's what he calls plastic food. Bhagavan Shri Nityananda Paramashiva, who is the leader of Kailasa, the president and the king of Kailasa. Kailasa is another country. It's actually a Hindu country. So Bhagavan teaching about the food industry and how freedom can be achieved by observing this kind of behavior from the food mafias and the pharmaceutical mafias.
all the chemicals here. When you grow vegetables, rice, anything out of what they send, they don't buy back from you. They are sending it to destroy you. Large amount of impotency happening is because of the plastic food. Sexually you are made overactive to destabilize the society, but infertility wise you are made inactive, impotent. Understand, there's a big difference between these two. Libido is increased, shoots up. Potency is destroyed, impotent. It's a unique programming going on. It is from food, exploit.
Like what he's talking about there is talking about, for instance, when the libido is high, meaning people, when they drink alcohol, people want to engage. They want to engage in sexual activities when they drink alcohol, but because of what they are drinking, the seed that they are producing is not good enough to produce proper children, or it's not good enough to even produce children. That's why the population of the planet is actually reducing. It's because people have been made to be more sexually active, but not productive. They are not giving birth, but their sexual activities have increased. So that's what Bhagavan is sharing there.
Exploitation starts. You are hooked. Understand, no city in the modern world food is available. Food like products, not food. All altered, human intervened and altered seeds. Human intervened and chemically pumped and chemically protected. Chemically pumped means fertilizer. Chemically protected, pesticide. Altered by human beings, the seeds, DNA altered seeds. A fruit should have a seed. How can there be something called seedless grape? By nature, a fruit should have a seed. How can there be something called seedless pumpkin? Seedless grapes? God. Eat seedless grape, you will become a seedless man. That's all. Tons of articles are coming out in the modern day. The chemtrails, chemical trails are infused to keep human beings dull, sober, sick, under control.
This is very important because this is what politics does. Politics basically will they want to keep control over people. So keep control over people. The food is very important to keep control over people. The food is very powerful to keep control over people. People take it easier. They take it like they can eat anything and become everything which they wish to become. Like you can't eat heavy food and go running. You can't. So there are other things. There are food. There's food which gives life, and there's food which takes life from people. So we need to be aware of this. This is what Bhagavan is sharing.
In human life, 80% of your priority should be given for right food, because it is all about right food. But unfortunately, we don't think even about 10 minutes a day about what we are eating. Society is cheating you. Through food, you are made sick. Once you are sick, you are slave to society, because you have to yearn to get medicine to keep yourself alive. Then you are slave once for all to the social structure. Understand? Those days when I grew up, till teenage, we were all able to have healthy, natural, organic food. Only 20s, it becomes our freedom to eat any junk you want. Nowadays, they put so much medicine into that food, it will taste very great, but poison, that's all. Tasty poison. And I tell you, it's an international mafia. Understand? People who supply food for you are not interested in your health. They are interested in their wealth. Their priority is not your health. Their priority is their wealth. Do you know in many of the American states, Coke is cheaper than water? How many of you know that? Coke is cheaper than water, drinking water. Drinking water is costly than the Coke, especially if you get the large size. In this whole business, whose body is getting destroyed? You. Your body is your life. Your body is your ability to manifest consciousness. Beautifully, Tirumoolar says, Udal valarthen, uyir valarthene. It is your ability to grow the body, your ability to grow consciousness. Denial of body is not going to lead you anywhere other than the graveyard. Denial of body is not spirituality. A new kind of bodies are getting produced by the alcohol, drugs, and non-vegetarian toxic plastic food. High sexual activism, high libido, unimpotent. High sexual drive, but impotent. New dangerous.
High sexual drive, but no children comes out of the drive. People are just engaging themselves in these things, but without any productivity. So liberating ourselves from politics, or liberating ourselves as individuals, takes individual actions. And individual actions, it's like freeing yourself from the food mafia, from the food industry, the ones who are supplying us with poison, with pesticides, GMO food, very dangerous, which causes all sorts of sicknesses, high blood, cancer, and everything. So freeing ourselves, this today I'm talking about real freedom, the real freedom which can be practically achieved by somebody who takes a decision, an individual who takes a decision to free themselves from the food mafia.
Bodies are getting created. They are very dangerous for society's stability. In those days, you will not see so many infertility clinics. Actually, too much of kids. Every house will have a dozen. You will not find infertility clinics. Now the whole problem is other way. Now we are growing more and more with the knowledge and understanding how food is used to enslave you. Understand the cities have become like a large open prison, that's all. Just few people decide what you should eat and what kind of medicines you will be forced to take, what you should think. Your gossips are decided just by 2-3 people. Just by 2-3 people. They decide what you should gossip. Cities are nothing but open prisons, that's all. Large open prisons, that's all. Where you think you have the keys in your hand. Food. Control of food chain supply. Is the method with which you are enslaved. Kids who grow up tasting blood and non-veg are the victims of the conspiracy to lose human conscious possibilities. Understand? If you keep your body vegetarian at least one day, something can happen, your third eye can be awakened. You can manifest powers. Once you destroy it with non-veg food, sealed, especially now the modern day, that plastic food has become equivalently damaging to non-veg food. When I say plastic food, all food packed in plastic. I don't see any grandmother making murku and all those snacks in modern day. First of all, I don't see grandmothers. Where is murku and snacks? Liberating yourself from the conspiracy to enslave you through the food chain supply. That declaration is what I call declaring yourself as Shaivite. Telling, from today I declare my freedom. I am not going to be used by this food chain supplying conspiracy. I am not going to be victimized by the international food chain supply mafia. I'll free myself. First step. That declaration is what is declaring yourself, I am a Shaivite.
So normally I talk, I inform, I give information to people, every political information to people. Today, this is not information. This is empowering information. It's not just political information. This is empowering information. There's a difference. From this, as an individual, you can be able to act and immediately change your life, change the quality of your life, because the quality of your life does not depend on politicians. The quality of life of an individual does not depend on politicians. It depends on themselves, on what they take in their stomach. 80% of our time, according to Bhagavan Sri Nityananda Paramashiva, should be dedicated to making sure that we get the right kind of food for our bodies. That will liberate us from the sicknesses that the food chain mafia is actually bringing to us, and the stupidity. When you are not, when you eat wrong food, you obviously cannot think as straight as when you eat the right kind of food, because all of those food affects how you think. It affects your mind. It affects how you basically it affects your conclusions. So food, it's critically important. It's If you can achieve freedom from the food mafias, uh, you achieve freedom from the sicknesses, and from the politicians. You achieve freedom from the sicknesses which the mafias are bringing, and you will be able to see when the politicians are lying, because you've got a sharp mind now. When you eat the right kind of food, you get to uh, achieve the sharp mind, the sharpness of the mind. So I wanted to share today an empowering message instead of informative message today I wanted to share an empowering message. So those, if you would like us to share more of these empowering messages, please comment. Uh, please tell us if you would like us, if you would like to hear more of this kind of empowering messages. Uh, these are politics deeper than politics. Food politics is deeper than the normal politics, because this liberates you as an individual. Politics may liberate groups, and it may give you access to the medical aid, it may give you access to the hospital. But whether you are sick at home or you are sick in the hospital, cancer is cancer. Whether you are sleeping in a golden bed or you are sleeping in the ground, cancer is painful and cancer kills anywhere you are. And even if you've got a, a 1,000 kg of gold sitting in your bank or sitting in your storage, it will not save you from those kind of sicknesses. So the real freedoms comes when you know exactly how to keep your body in a healthy condition, because the body is all you have in the planet to experience this planet Earth. The body is all we have to experience. To involve ourselves in politics, we need the body. To involve ourselves in the economy, to enjoy our lives, we need the body. So if we can learn the politics that can free our bodies from those mafias who enslave us through the food and through the alcohol, through the drugs, and making us stupid. Uh, I think that can assist a lot than just politics. Politics can give access to resources. Politics can give freedom of speech, but it will not be able to liberate the individual from the mafias, from the food mafias. That takes the individual himself to free himself from such. Thank you very much for joining the live stream. And please comment, tell us if you would like to hear more of this, or we should stick to our normal. Even if you think we should stick to our normal politics, please comment. Thank you very much.